multiple people rushed to the hospital. Hundreds forced to evacuate. The images tonight, the dangerous toxic leak. Alarming video showing a thick cloud blanketing a hotel parking lot. Ammonia leaking from a tanker truck. 36 people rushed to the hospital. At least 11 tonight in critical condition, and what we know so far. Also tonight, a beloved football coach and athletic director shot near the football field. Sources say gunfire erupting on a college campus. Images tonight of students sheltering in place and what we relearning about the coach's condition at this hour. Tonight, growing pressure involving the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump pressed today after all of these emails now made public, some of them referencing Trump himself. He was asked why he won't allow the FBI to make the Epstein files public after he suggested he would do so during the campaign. Tonight, there is news on these emails. Epstein calling Trump dangerous and what else the convicted sex offender said about Donald Trump. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history now over tonight. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers now back on the job. The Homeland Security Secretary handing out bonuses to TSA agents in Houston. And tonight the question, will all TSA agents get that bonus check and flights in this country? How long will it take? Another 1,000 flights still canceled today. The fallout continues from the shutdown tonight. The scary moments for Ariana Grande, a man leaping over a barricade, rushing at her co-star Cynthia Erivo jumping in to protect her. It comes after that alarming moment with singer Billie Eilish. What's going on tonight? The Major League Baseball scandal. The all-star pitcher accused of pitching into the dirt to help gamblers with their bets, the dramatic rescue. You'll see it here. The man dangling hundreds of feet up on the side of a cliff, his parachute strings keeping him alive for hours. Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman falling rushed to the hospital. What we know tonight, this evening, in the Northeast. The largest great white shark ever tagged, where he was just spotted the wave of artificial intelligence tonight. The debut of this humanoid robot, but just seconds in falling flat on its face where this played out. Also tonight here, a personal note at ABC News Tributes tonight, for a long time member of our ABC News family from ABC News World. Headquarters in New York. This is World News Tonight with David Muir. Good evening. We do begin tonight with the alarming moments. The toxic emergency then folded over Oklahoma. TCA Busev, Oklahoma City. At least 36 people rushed to the hospital tonight. At least 11 of them in critical condition. Hundreds more were evacuated. The alarming scene overnight, the thick cloud of ammonia, gas blanketing the area. Authorities say a tanker truck began leaking ammonia in a hotel parking lot. The truck carrying 25,000 pounds of ammonia, authorities investigating the cause of the leak. Residents told to shelter in place. Officials now monitoring air quality, and many of these patients, as I said, remain in critical condition at this hour. Trevor Alt leading us off with the images tonight, west of Oklahoma City. At least 11 people in critical condition. Dozens more sickened after a tanker truck leaked poisonous gas in a hotel parking lot. We just have a huge cloud of gas coming out the west side of the holiday, and that is all we can see. Officials say that white cloud engulfing the cars is anhydrous ammonia gas spreading through the parking lot behind the holiday. In Express late Wednesday night in Weatherford, Oklahoma. We went back to run out to go and I see like an old lady coughing, and everybody else coughing. Around us, and I see the fireman coughing, and on his knees, and we just couldn't breathe. We couldn't breathe like I thought I'm dying. I thought I'm gonna quit running and just collapse on the floor. At least 36 people rushed to the hospital. There were some serious injuries, and those were metaflighted to Oklahoma City. And those were the life-threatening. Joan Escobar says he was treated at the scene. I thought I was getting really. I held so much gas. You know, it was crazy. Man. Never experienced nothing like that. Don't want to experience it again. Police going door to door evacuating nearly 1,000 residents, hotel guests, and at least 2 nursing homes in the area, sending them to a nearby college sports arena. Another 600 people ordered to shelter in place. And David, that shelter-in-place order has since been lifted. But more than 70 people need treatment, and tonight several of them are still in life-threatening condition. David, all right, Trevor wrote leading us off here tonight. Trevor, thank you. Also breaking late today. The urgent search at this hour, now after news of beloved football coach and athletic director, was shot right near the football field at Laney College in Oakland, California. ULL see the images tonight here of the students sheltering in place, and we have news tonight on that coach and his condition. ABC is backed up, and with late reporting now tonight, an urgent manhunt for a man believed to have opened fire on a college campus in Oakland, California. Sources telling our ABC station KGO beloved Laney College athletic director and football coach John Beam was shot and wounded. It happened near the school's football field this afternoon, putting the campus on lockdown. This video on the Citizen app showing these students taking shelter in the lecture hall. We're currently asking the public's help and locating a suspect, a potential suspect in this case. It's a male unknown race. We're in all dark clothing and a black hoodie that fled the scene. Being a football legend in the Bay Area for more than 40 years, Eagles' Laney football's success under Coach Beam is hard to ignore. The team featured on the Netflix series Last Chance. You get paid to do what I love. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I'm just so lucky. David Law Enforcement. Sources tell me that Coach John Beam is in critical condition at an area hospital. He was a football coach at the college and high school level for 45 years in the Bay Area, and law enforcement is asking anyone with information to come forward. David at Government Tonight. Matt, thank you. Now to the growing pressure involving the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump was pressed today after all of these emails have now been made public. Some of them referencing Trump himself. The president was asked why he won't ask the FBI now too. Make the Epstein files public after the president suggested he would do so during the campaign tonight. More of these emails now coming to light. Epstein calling Trump, quote, dangerous, and what else the convicted sex offender said about Donald Trump. And now this vote coming in the House on whether to release the Epstein files. Mary Bruce at the White House tonight. President Trump refusing to answer why he won't let the FBI release the Jeffrey Epstein files even as just revealed messages written by the sex offender raise new questions about their friendship and whether Trump was aware of Epstein's crimes. Mr. President, why won't you order the FBI to release the Epstein-S messages, part of a trove of thousands of documents from his estate now made public by the House Oversight Committee. Trump's name coming up again and again in a 2017 email to former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers Epstein, writing, "I have met some very bad people, none as bad as Trump, not one decent cell in his body." So yes, dangerous. In a 2018 text to an unidentified person, Epstein writes, "I am the one who can take him down." Trump and Epstein were friends for more than a decade. Have you socialized with him? Yes, yes, yes. Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18? No, I'd like to answer that question at least today. I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights. After Trump launched his presidential campaign into 015, Epstein told at least one reporter he had dirt to share, suggesting, quote, "Ask my houseman about Donald almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool, and he was so focused he walked straight into the door." Epstein then asking, "Would you like photos of Donald and girls in bikinis in my kitchen?" Trump, who has denied any wrongdoing, says he broke off the friendship when he learned Epstein and his accomplice, Glenn Maxwell, were luring away women and teenage girls who worked at Mar-a-Lago. "He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place persona non grata." In a 2019 email to author Michael Wolff, Epstein writes, "Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever." Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Glenn to stop in an email to Maxwell. Epstein seems to imply Trump had information he never revealed, writing, "I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump." The White House insists the emails prove the president did nothing wrong. Democrats don't see it that way. The emails that were released today again just raised so many more questions. Now, 218 lawmakers, including for Republicans, have signed a petition that will force a full House vote to demand the release of the Epstein files. We're going to put that on the floor for next week. Since we get back, during the campaign, Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance promised their supporters they would release the full Epstein files. Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel did too. But now a different story. The White House fighting hard to block the full House vote at the 11th hour, even summoning Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert to the Situation Room, where sources say Bondi and Patel tried to convince her to change her mind on the petition, but she did not. And the House is expected to vote on that measure next weekend. We could see something we don't often see. We expect dozens of Republicans to break with the president and demand the Epstein files be released, something many Republican voters have wanted for a very long time. David Mary Bruce live at the White House tonight. Mary, thank you. This evening, the shutdown 43 days, the longest ever. It's now over.